Deutsch, nice to chat with you. In the backdrop there, I don't know if anybody can see it, you're at the Opportunity 2020 conference, Democratic leaders getting together to kind of shape where the party's going in 2020. We were talking about messaging earlier. I have a concern when I see the kind of the front-runner presidential faces, the Bernie Sanders, the Elizabeth Warrens, what happened in one of the New York congressional districts, that there's going to be a tendency for the party to really lean hard left, which I think is an electoral mistake. I'd love your thoughts on where you see this going and what 2020 is trying to do.
Well, Donnie, I think that we need to get out of this false choice of red versus blue or left versus right. I think our politics and the insecurity that Donald Trump has played so well upon is because people are uncertain about the future. Globalization, technology, automation. I think the Democrats have got to be willing to lean into the future. Those issues are not going away. The Democrats ought to be the party that says we want to give everybody in this country an opportunity to earn a good life. And so that means we need to address not only why Trump is bad, and I think people disagree with Trump. I think they agree with democratic values in terms of immigration, in terms of fairness. But I think we also have an economic theory that says, yes, we have to address economic inequality, and there are ways we can do that through the government. There's also ways we can do it in terms of rewarding businesses that look for long-term value rather than simply short-termism. We need to look at a tax code that says if you buy a computer, that's an asset. You invest in a human being, that's a cost. So we ought to think business and government action together. I think we ought to look at economic insecurity, which I think is one of the great unspoken questions. Nobody's going to work for the same job for 35 years the way my dad did, yet we had a social contract that basically said the only way you're going to get benefits is if you work full-time. A third of the American workforce today doesn't work full-time. They work part-time, independent contractors, gig workers. We need a new social contract that basically is built upon portable benefits. And finally, we need to realize there's a crisis of opportunity in this country. Parts of this country, New York, Boston, San Francisco, they're doing great. But something is wrong when 75% of all the venture capital goes to 3 states, Massachusetts, California, and New York. And when less than 1% of the venture capital, and I used to be a venture capitalist, goes to African Americans. That is going to present a crisis of opportunity. We got wide swaths of prosperity, but 2,000 of the 3,000 counties in America have not seen a net job increase in the last 10 years. Democrats ought to be about spreading that opportunity. Economic insecurity, yes, taking on economic inequality, but it's going to take a forward-leaning and, frankly, pro-growth agenda that's going to do that. And